We are beginning our search for Belva Day here in Batesville, Arkansas. Belva went missing on February 6th. She went to pay her electric bill, and from there is a trail of camera sightings of physical. We do know she was here and then just gone. We are Chaos Divers, a sonar search and recovery dive team who navigates the waters with the hopes of providing answers to the families and loved ones of the missing. With the love and support from all of you, as well as the backing of law enforcement and first responders, we've been able to assist families nationwide. To learn more how you can help us on our journey, please check out the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. What we do know is that Belva traveled from Mountain Home, Arkansas, Calico, all the way down to Batesville. She was seen on several cameras traveling through Batesville, and then she was seen on the camera passing the Southside High School in Southside, Arkansas. After that, the trail just kind of lingers. There was potential sightings of her in Pleasant Plains, Arkansas. However, those videos are so grainy that they're only able to differentiate between a truck, a van, or a car, but not what type of vehicle or anything like that. From what they understand, they do believe that Belva did not make it down to Bald Knob. So we are going to be starting our search in Arkansas, in Batesville, which is just north of Southside, in the event that she could have possibly gotten turned around and then ended up back here and somehow ended in the White River. Our trip this time, with limited amount of time, we are going to be focusing on the White River in Batesville, Oil Trough, and Newport. Now, we did get a little bit of a slow start because we were delayed yesterday due to vehicle issues, but we were back on the water, getting everything in. We have all of the sonars on. We also have Eric with us from Ride or Dive. He'll be our diver this time. Dry suits, everything are on the boat. We're ready to go. So hopefully we can provide some answers to Belva's family. So in Batesville, there is a road that comes into Batesville. It is 69B or 69 Bravo. It's also called North Central Avenue. That road eventually leads and meets 167. Now, we do know that coming down 69 Bravo, she was seen on camera in 2 different locations, and then seen turning right and traveling south on 167, which means she would have been coming from this direction here, traveling all the way across this bridge. Again, there is a visual camera sighting of her passing the Southside High School in Southside, Arkansas. But in the event that she did get turned around and end up back here, we wanted to make sure that we're checking the White River in Batesville, knowing that she did come through here once already. We are not very far off of the shore, and we're at 22 feet deep. So the White River right now is incredibly deep. I do know that there were some people saying that at the time of her disappearance, the White River was a little more flooded. There's not necessarily a really big current right now. There's a little bit of a current, but nothing crazy. So we will be making sure that we're checking farther down than, we're gonna make sure that we are checking farther than typical, knowing that there could have potentially been some floodwaters and stuff at the time of her disappearance. I do know that the weather that day was 74 and a low of 45. So weather was good that day. The snow and all of the inclement weather had not hit yet. So we are going to continue searching all of this area and make our way down to Oil Trough next. Going in and out of all of these bridge pillars, checking down as far as we can. We are still about 21 feet. Even close to the shore though, we're at like 18 to 20 feet. So this river pretty much, once you enter, drops right off on the north bank of the river. Now we can't go past, there's some signs hanging out. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but they do say keep out because there is a dam down there. So we obviously can't get past those. but we are going to keep searching, making sure that we're going through each and every single one of these pillars, checking all of the access areas along the side, and then the boat ramp as well. So she was last seen, this is Real Deal Dumpster. They do have a camera visual on her there. Then just a few minutes later, they have her, this is 587 North Central, if I remember correctly. They have her on camera here. The only thing is that I do know that they said that she's had a tendency to make right-hand turns instead of like crossing over traffic to turn left, which makes sense. So I don't know if she did turn left and follow this kind of main drag to this North St. Louis Street, which is 167 that crosses over, or if she would have stayed kind of just going straight and followed this road. If she did follow this road, then that puts her right here, which is, I believe this is Sutherland Drive, and it turns into, I want to say, and then Ramsey Street comes down and meets it. Or you've also got this one right here is called Poke Bayou, which is going to be the entry right in front of us, which goes up farther and kind of follows the Sutherland Drive, but this is a little more industrial right here. If you zoom this in, see how this is, looks like railroad kind of industrial. But if we can get in to this little slough right here, which is this one over to the right, where that, I think that's a barge that looks like it's sunk possibly, that would bring us right here onto Stadium Drive, which is a little offset off of Sutherland Drive. That dead ends into here, but if she came back and got turned around in this area and she did end up on one of these roads, then that bank would be the most likely or most plausible area.
Makes a 90-degree turn right there, right?
About that. Yeah, so Sutherland comes down, and then where Ramsey Street meets, it kind of wise, but Sutherland kind of dips down to the south a little bit before making the curve.
You see that guardrail's kind of busted right there, and it looks like there's tracks.
Now this side, when we go down to that point, correct? See, there's that, see that dump truck right there? So I think this is a little more industrial, but I have seen cars and stuff driving down it as well. So it's not like it's just a service road for these businesses down here.
Is that a dam?
That might be, no.
It's like a levee.
Oh, it's just a levee. There is a road.
I was gonna say, is there a road on it?
So remember where that's that gate.
Oh, where it says no trespassing?
Yeah. So when we went to go look at Ramsey's Slough over here,
Yeah.
and we pulled up to that gate, that road takes you all the way down, makes a curve. So I'm assuming that's probably a service road because it looks like there is a...
There's a pump house right there or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like there's a pump house right here of some sort.
So what do you want to do? You want to go, is that the slough opening or is that the slough opening?
There's two. So this is Poke Bayou on the left.
That looks like it's sanded out right there.
Well, that's what I was trying to find out, if we are able to, like the road is where that, it looks like rail cars or something, or industrial kind of thing. So I would think that this slough right here would be more plausible in the sense that this is where that curve is right here. And then it kind of comes up, so Ramsey Street, I believe, is right here. And then Sutherland and goes down here further. So I'm not sure likelihood of getting in here. But yeah, see, there's regular vehicles. I mean, it's not just the dump trucks and whatever is, you know, whatever these industries are back here.
Log?
Here. You went right over the top of it, so you slid it on both sides.
And then down each side of the pillars, right?
Yeah, we still have to go parallel with the bridge, but I still want to go out in the middle here and then make another turnaround where we're not supposed to be. Care? They're gonna arrest me because I went behind and keep outside? Too far in.
No, if you just stay on this course, I think you'll be alright. Because I think it's right up here near the side. Stay right a little. Aim for the pillar there of the bridge. Whatever it is, that's way too small to be in here. I saw it. It's too small to be a vehicle. So.
All right, so we are making a final pass parallel to this bridge here. We're gonna make one on this side, going all the way down, and then on the other side. We've gone in between each one of these pillars. We've gone all the way down to Poke Bayou, and then we've ran the bank on this side, all the way down. And then we've also done it on the south side shore as well, going all the way down, even down into the little point over there, just past the barrier, or just past the keep out signs, but never close enough to where we were in danger. But we wanted to make sure, because that would be a catch point if her car went in the water and there was any kind of current at the time of her disappearance. So we are almost finished up here in Batesville on the White River. Our next location, we'll be heading down to Oil Trough. We're going to get on the White River again, but at a different access point. There wasn't a lot of access prior to, and we're kind of looking for those immediate accident points right now. With a limited amount of time, we want to make sure that we're searching these locations that make the most sense of an accident, especially knowing that she didn't drive at night. She didn't like it. She couldn't see well. There's a few points in Oil Trough and in Newport where you literally can go right into the water and never even realize that you were off the road. So we want to make sure that we're getting down there, getting those areas searched. Eric and Jacob were behind the sonar. We did have the magnet on one object because her car just went in the water. We aren't able to, we aren't going to see her car. We're looking for that shadow. We did have one odd shadow, so we did put the magnet down. It ended up not being anything. So we are, again, going to finish up these last few parallel strips to the bridge and then load up the boat and head on towards the Oil Trough.
So here in Newport, the boat ramp that we put in, we didn't see anything there. We're also going around the bend. It looks like a grain bin of some sort to load barges is up here, and the road is just right there. So we're going to check this out, make sure.
So as you guys know, we had originally wanted to go from Batesville down to Oil Trough. Unfortunately, when we got down to Oil Trough, the boat ramp at Oil Trough is completely covered with debris, and not just some twigs and mud and things like that. Whole trees. There was, I think, 3 or 4 of them that are laying right across that boat ramp. So we ended up coming down to Newport. With the time of the day that we're at right now, we have time to go ahead and clear the Newport area. Then tomorrow we're going to come back, put back in at Newport, and then travel north up to Oil Trough and see if we can clear that area. Again, in Oil Trough, there are parts of the road that you guys can literally sit in your car, throw a stone, and hit the water. That's how close that is. So you could very easily have veered off of the road and be in the water before you even realized it. So we want to make sure, again, that we are searching as effectively and efficiently as we possibly can with the time that we're allotted on this trip. So since we had to put in at Newport with the time constraints of traveling back up, we are going to go ahead and search this area and then come back in the morning. Newport and Oil Trough are about 12 to 13 minutes away from each other via driving. However, on the river, it's going to take us much longer because the White River is very, very snake-like, back and forth, switchbacks, that kind of thing. So we're going to make our way all the way down to this bend in case when Belva entered the water, they had a lot of flooding and things like that shortly after her disappearance. So if her vehicle got pushed, it could definitely be down this far. Just what we've seen with the river being calm in Newport, with it being flooded, it could easily be pushed down much farther. So.
Was she traveling Route 69?
What?
Was she traveling on Route 69?
The last place she was known was Southside Charter High School in Southside, Arkansas on Route 167. That's where she was last known at. You look so sad. Mavi. Hey. Why you look so sad, buddy?
While we're down here in Newport, we did see a road that kind of goes up against this area a little further down on the bend. It's called Eagle Lake Road, and it runs into Route 10. So we're going to get this checked out. We have no reason for her to be down in this area, but we don't know exactly where she's at. So it could be a possibility. So we're just going to get it checked out. But I've got a lot of things hanging down off of this train bridge. Oh, those are ropes to fish these.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see what we can come up with. See if we can see anything. And this road actually is like right next to it. I just seen it. This is so weird.
We got a big eddy full of logs right here off to your
Yeah.
port side.
There's a lot of current down through here. There's a lot of debris, a lot of wishy-washy here. So hopefully we can get this searched halfway decent. Should be all right.
Is it really 60 feet here? Wow.
We did find a vehicle. I don't know.
I think we need to get on, because there's a little bit of a ridge where this is a little bit darker right here. So I'd like to get on, you know what I mean? What do you think? Get on the other side of it?
Yeah, but I just don't think this is kind of a pain in the butt spot to dive on.
There's my down. I mean, my down scan of it is nothing. What does yours look like?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
It's just
it's definitely a vehicle.
flashy blob.
Yeah. Just trying to get it in the.
Okay, so we have our waypoint. We're gonna watch it on the live scope. Eric's got the magnet in the water and ready to go. The problem is the current here is so
All right,
strong.
we're right underneath it.
It's gonna be.
Give me a second, Eric. I'll get it on that side.
Is that it right there?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so
All right, hold on, Eric. Let me get it over there.
I can see you bouncing on the bottom.
All right. I could definitely.
You're 10 feet. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Off of it.
Should be on the ground.
Should be on it.
I'm on it.
Are you? Well, if you want to drop that in, Eric,
I can hold us.
Jacob can hold us steady to at least get that dropped in. Okay, so we finally were able to get the magnet locked again. With the current, it's incredibly hard because the current is stronger than our magnet is heavy. So it's wanting to pull, as you guys can see here. We have the magnet on, but look how much that line has sway in it. So Eric's going to get it. Eric's going to get it.
What do you need me to do? Back, forward?
Eric's going to get the magnet tied, or the buoy line tied to it. Get it thrown in the water.
Forward? Okay. Okay.
And then from there, Eric will get ready. I believe Eric's going to be the diver today. I think Jacob forgot how.
Didn't forget how. Back, forward. Hold on.
Good?
Yeah. Well, tell him I'm going to go in front of him.
We're going to come to you.
I don't think that's going to work. Tell him he's going to have to grab it himself. I can't get...
We won't be able to get to you. Are you okay? He went down at 15:43.
Still, he's doing okay. He's still on the rope. Watch the rope and bobbing up and down. My only problem is
so we are. Eric's made his way down, we believe, because the buoy has kind of stopped bobbing, which is indicative of him kind of making it to the car. So we're going to wait out here. We're waiting up just downriver of the buoy, but way off to the side. So that way, no matter where Eric pops up over there, we're still okay to, one, be out of the way so he doesn't get hurt, two, keep an eye on everything and get to him quickly. So up north in Batesville, the water was blue. We could see, the visibility was great. No debris, nothing like that. And now, as you guys can see what's going by us right now, I mean, this down here is brown water moving quickly. Up there was hardly any current whatsoever. Oh, there he is. He's up. All right. Yep, he's back here. All right, so we're gonna go get him and get him in the boat. See his little head bobbing?
yeah, but he was kind of distressed. He's got something leaking. He's free flowing.
I lost energy anyway. It's fucking bad down there.
Okay.
I just used half a tank.
What was it?
Old car.
It's an old car?
Like old been there.
Okay. You okay?
Get me out of here.
All right. In the back. Put it off.
I was just trying to keep us off the bank.
You're free flowing is what you're doing. I turn your stuff off. It's an older car. It's been there for a long time.
It's so weird because it just didn't seem like that at all.
It's upside down. You can feel the top. I was fighting to be able to stay on the car.
No plate or anything?
Are you cold body temperature wise?
Yeah.
Are you leaking?
No, I just couldn't take my hand off to blow up the suit.
Actually, tell me about it because I didn't catch. I don't know how much audio I caught when you were talking to Jacob earlier.
All right. I'm still catching my breath from this. That was a hard dive to get to. The current got stronger the deeper I got. But I got down there. It was a car. It's been there for a while. I couldn't tell you what it was. The current was ripping me off the car the whole time. I was able to get down, saw a reddish tint, which I know the vehicle we're looking for is the beige car. But the reddish tint and the current just trying to completely pull me off the car, I decided it was time to come up at that point. So, I know it's a red car, but that's about it, the extent of it.
You want to do it again?
But you don't have a microphone.
No, I don't want to do it again. That's probably the hardest dive I've done.
Proud of Eric for what he did. Takes a lot to get into this absolute terrible water. I'm glad he dove instead of me. Just be honest with you. Love you, buddy. But definitely check him out. He's doing good for the world and doing, trying to bring home Belva if we can. So thank you guys for all your support. I think we're going to load the boat up. We may hit another spot, or we may kind of lick our wounds and go for another spot in the morning. Where are we going in the morning?
We'll either be putting in here and going up to oil trough, or putting in above and coming down to oil trough. Unless there's a new update tonight, that's our plan.
One way or another, we're going to be on the water tomorrow.
We have another road up here near where we put in to check.
Yeah, 69 Bravo, which
Above
she had
it?
been on earlier.
Above it?
Yeah.
All right, then we'll get that checked out. Regardless, we're going to do our best to try to clear out the waters. If not, then if she's not been found before April, before we come back, we'll have Lee dive a couple spots here and just keep trying until we find her, if she's in the water.
So right here, that ridge right up there that you guys see through the trees, that is 69 Bravo. So we are still on the White River down near Newport, but we wanted to take the opportunity to check this area because 69 Bravo does come next to the White River, right on the other side of this little point right here. So we wanted to check this as well while we were down here in Newport. With knowing that she was on 69 Bravo in Batesville. Oh, wow, look at those swirls.
That's what you don't want to be in.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so knowing that she was on 69 Bravo coming out of Batesville, and then she turned on 167 going south, did she end up getting back to 69? So that's why we want to check this. You guys can see a little bit more clearly here. This ridge, do not discount the fact that there are trees here. We've seen it before where people just kind of the perfect storm and they'll make it through trees, or we're also looking for trees that are freshly broken, freshly knocked over, any kind of disturbance in the grass, anything like that. So, and with that kind of being up on a hill, the chances are that she could have. There's also, it looks like there's an opening a little bit farther down where there aren't as many trees. So we're going to get this area searched. Eric did dive. He's warmed back up, I think, for the most part.
I got cold again. The sun's kind of hiding.
Yeah. So we're going to search this. Then after we search this small section right here, I think we're going to end up calling a day. We're going to go back to... we're going to end up going back to the campsite for the night and regroup, figure out what our plan is for tomorrow. We really need to get into oil trough. However, the getting into oil trough, that boat ramp is completely covered. Debris. I think we have a picture, so if I remember to send it to Jacob, he can insert it.
I got a video of it on the quadcopter.
Okay, so but it's like an 18-mile trip upriver or 16-mile trip downriver. So it's one of those things where we may do the little buddy tomorrow. Correct, Jacob?
I think so. I don't know yet. We got to figure it out.
There are some like kind of little accident spots in town, in the some of those just kind of like little private ponds right on curves, things like that we may end up going and doing. So we're gonna figure that out tonight, get a game plan. We'll update the family, let them know if we're gonna change our plans, anything like that, and we'll be back with you guys tomorrow.
But with that being said, that's a beaver. Notches. With that being said, keep diving. It's not where to stop. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for the support. If you guys haven't checked out chaosdivers.com, check it out. Check out Ride or Dive. And to the family of Miss Belva, we're going to be back in the morning.